Got a lot of viewers around the country this morning who are obviously concerned about what's happening in Queensland and northern New South Wales. It is very unusual to have a cyclone quite so far south. I'm going to bring in Nate. Nate, you were recently over in WA where a much bigger, much more powerful cyclone was bearing down. This one though, of course, so far south, just such a built-up area. That's why we're worried, right?
Yeah, and so much exposed coastline in this case. And it is very rare for a cyclone to threaten this part of southeastern Queensland, northeastern New South Wales. It has been absolutely decades since the last. So what are the main hazards? What do we need to be focused on? Dr. Annie Lau is a coastal geomorphologist with the University of Queensland and joins me now. A very good morning to you. First of all,
good morning.
What are the impacts we're seeing along the coast? I mean, we're hearing about these damaging waves. What does that mean?
Yeah, so there are three things associated with tropical cyclones: wind, wave, and the storm surge. We are already experiencing that wind and the rain. It will just intensify over the next 24 hours until the cyclone make landfall, and also after that, and then the whole system would go inland and pass over our coastline in the area. The main thing of concern when a storm gets closer and closer to us is the storm surge. So a storm surge is an added level of water on top of the normal tide. So that brings the sea level a bit higher up than the normal. And on top of that, there is still that dangerous wave, very high wave that can be very high velocity. It can inundate a lot of things. In places we have seen sand and rocks being moved by that high velocity waves.
So we're expecting to see significantly more coastal damage then?
Yes. As the storm gets closer, we will see a lot more. The wave height would increase, water level would increase, and the surf would also increase.
Is there anything we can do or anything that communities have put in place to try to mitigate this?
First, don't go close to the seaside. Second, well, here in the Brisbane area, I feel the wind has not really arrived. The area of gale force wind has not arrived in this region, but it will in the next 6 hours, I guess. So if we can start seeing that heavier sea and the faster wind speed, then people should reassess whether they need to move away from their home, whether they need to stay out of their home, because the lower part of the house can be flooded and there can be dangerous waves as well.
Such a beautiful part of the coast normally that attracts a lot of people, but now stay away. Dr. Annie Lau, thank you so much for joining us this morning with your expertise.